Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and after a lot of time I'm finally ordering another accessory for my motorcycle, and that is the crash guard. The crash guard is something I've wanted for my motorcycle for a very long time, and now I'm finally coming around to ordering it. And I have been browsing various companies, various different products, but in this video I'm going to compare all of the products online and see what they're offering, what the price ranges are, what the materials are, how reliable the company is, if I've ordered from there before, if I've heard of the brand before, pretty much everything you can think of. And by the end of the video I am going to order the one for my bike that I like the most. Now I have done this before for two other videos, for the top box as well as for the luggage rack and saddle stays. So if you want to check those out, you can check my motorcycle accessory playlist up here. I don't know if that's the name of the playlist, it's something like that. So you can check that up here, I'll link it here. But yeah, let's get to the video, start comparing products and order the one that I think is the best by the end of it. So first of all, we have a PS Customs. Now, this is a very generic looking crash guard, I feel. It'll do the job. It has two frame sliders, which is nice. Now, a lower placed frame slider is very useful in the sense that you can put your feet on it. If you're like touring for a very long time, you can just sort of switch up the posture, which is very nice. And I like the fact that this sort of overlaps the side fairing as well. Now, I am sort of going for an adventure tourer aesthetic for my motorcycle. I've sort of completely destroyed the naked look, and that's okay. That's just how I want my bike to look. And I have got into sticky situations before where my bike has fallen down and the gear lever is sort of flipped open, and sorry, not flipped open, but like flipped inside, and the bike has been rendered immobile in places where I rarely could get help. So essentially this is something I want to do so that doesn't happen again. Suyog, if you're watching, you know what I'm talking about. Essentially, yeah, so that is why I want a crash guard. This one is nice. The styling isn't for me. I mean, I know it's essentially metal tubing. I mean, how good can it look? But there are ways to make it look more attractive, and I just don't feel like this is it. Now, if you look at it from the front, it just looks like you've strapped on two ladders from either side. I mean, it looks like you're carrying something. It's not the most aesthetic execution of the crash guard, which is not what you would call a downright aesthetic accessory, but this one isn't for me. 5,000 rupees is on the expensive side of the NS200 crash guard spectrum. Versus and GS ones are way more expensive. This bike is cheaper and a lot of people have it, so I mean, you can sort of place a bulk order for it, so it's slightly cheaper as well. Yeah, so again, not for me. Flipkart and Amazon have quite a few crash guards, and I am completely not sure about how reliable these are and how many people have used it, and all of them look roughly the same, and they come from brands that aren't really motorcycle accessory specific brands. Like, they might not have their own website or anything, but they're just selling these products. But I'm just gonna see by chance if there is a review. Oh, there are. Okay, there are reviews, that's good. So this is the thing with Flipkart and Amazon. On one spectrum you have like 5 stars, and on the other spectrum you have just shit reviews. And look at this. Quality of the material is not good. Importantly, frame sliders are missing. It's supposed to be crash guard purposes to save you from a crash, not the... He's not wrong. And again, not entirely what I want. Now, this is again a very generic look, and there is another crash guard in this list which looks exactly like this. I'll get to that in a minute. Again, not for me. This one is out of stock. Again, never heard of this brand, not sure about the reliability. Let's see if there's any reviews. Pros, the build quality is good. 2 sliders, quality is good, not too bulky. Cons, not a con, but there is a slight increase in... Of course there's an increase in weight, bro. Of course, come on. I mean, to be fair, this actually looks good. 1 big slider, 1 small slider. I like his bike as well, bro. Your bike looks amazing. Wow. Akash Survey, nice bike, man. Nice bike. So the thing is, because of the adventure aesthetic I'm going for and the fact that I want it to be as protective as possible, I want a slightly larger unit. Yes, I know it is going to add weight. I know I have sort of mentally prepared for that. but I have got in terrible situations which could have been avoided with a good quality crash guard. And on top of that, the rear of my bike is usually quite heavy as well because of the fact I have luggage rack, saddle stays, and usually top box with about 5 to 6 kgs or more of weight in it. So balancing the front end is a good thing provided I get the suspension calibrated properly, which is next on my list of to-do items for my bike. It is quite an expensive affair, replacing the suspension fluids and getting the sag setting done, but it is something I'm going to do. The only reason I haven't done it yet, the only two reasons I haven't done it yet, is because I wanted to add all the weight I was going to add and then get the suspension setup, rather than get one accessory, get the suspension setup, add another accessory, and then find out that the accessories and the previous suspension setting isn't working with each other. So that's basically the reason I held off. So yeah, again, this one not for me. Same reason, I'm not gonna go too deep. I don't like it, no. Same reason. AutoTrends, just nah. And the looks is just doesn't look, this is not inspiring a lot of confidence. Gear side se fitting mein दिक्कत है. This is the thing. Okay, so I've heard from my mechanic that there are crash guards that people bring in for fitting and they don't fit properly despite being made with the mounting points of that particular bike in mind. So it has happened with Zana before, even though Zana is a very, very well reputed brand for bike accessories. I don't know how that happened. So my mechanic was telling me a guy with the 310 GS came in with a Zana crash guard and it did not fit. He called up Zana and they just said you need to sort of pull it and stretch it and force fit it, and that's not something you want to do with a purpose built product for a particular motorcycle. The only reason you're getting this purpose built product is so that you don't have to do all this jugaad. It should be a seamless and nice bolt on fit. So that is my problem with these companies I've never heard of from, like sketchy reviews, like good reviews and bad reviews, and potentially not the best fit, because I don't know anybody who's got it. The brand isn't like a super specialist brand in this field, so just I'm a bit apprehensive about that. Yeah, speaking of the devil, Zana, yeah, let's just open this real quick. This looks good, okay? The fact I like this is you've got the engine guard which covers pretty much the crankcase and all of that, and you have a sort of front unit which protects the coolant as well, which is quite thoughtful. But again, that Zana thing is just stuck in my mind now. The aesthetic isn't for me, and I would like a frame slider where I can put my foot somewhere. Now, does this have a frame slider? It does, but I won't be putting my foot on this. It's very small, and yeah, this one's not for me. It's probably a decent product, 4,800. Yeah, so the more tubing there is, the more expensive it is, obviously. So here you see there's not a lot going on, and the company haven't heard of, so 2,200 here. More tubing here, so it's 4,800 plus Zana is a brand you have heard of. So next, I don't know what the hell this is. HT exhaust. This looks like something a stuntman would get. Now the thing I really love here is that you can choose your color options, which you don't really have on a lot of other websites. I want a red one personally. If I don't get a red one, I might get it powder coated or painted at some point. But yeah, this build does not look great, I'll be very honest. And again, I want something a bit larger. Something larger, yeah. See, it's doing the job clearly. I mean, you know what? It actually looks. Wait, this looks like a different product. Yeah, this is a different product. Only one frame slider on this one. See, look at this. Okay, so look at this crash guard and look at this one that I opened earlier. It's the same product, bro. This happened when I ordered the top box as well. It's like the same different companies selling the same product. They probably have the same distributor. I mean, I don't blame them. This happens a lot, but yeah, this is nice. I just want something more like larger to sort of balance the weight at the back and also balance the visual weight at the back. I want more protection because yeah, I am a bit paranoid about this, I will admit. JB Racing, there's no photo of how this fits. So no, JB Racing, the top box I have is JB Racing, so I know it's a good brand. Again, too small, no sliders, moving on. This is a weird one. Now this is from a company called Motofuzo. And the only thing I can say about this is that it looks like somebody took out a human's intestines, dipped them in high visibility paint and wrapped them around the engine, because what the hell is going on here? I mean, oh my god. Oh, first of all, I like the volume, okay? I like large volume crash guards where there's a lot going on, okay? It sort of gives the bike an adventure look, and if that's what you want, yes, that is perfect for you, but the execution is rubbish. because it's all over the place. This, look at this. I'm just gonna try and zoom here because that didn't work. Okay, let's look at this image here. It's a YouTube thumbnail, so I'm not going to click on it. Don't want to watch the video right now. This could have been a perfect circle. The one around the crankcase, a perfect circle would have been very satisfying to look at. This isn't perfectly straight. These two aren't in line with this portion. It's just, I mean, I commend this guy for coming up with this crash guard. I really do. I commend you, bro. But this execution needs to be neater. And the biggest problem with this crash guard, ladies and gentlemen, is that they don't have a website. So you have to order from WhatsApp, which is something I personally will never do because I'm afraid I'm gonna get scammed. Because in one of my YouTube videos, a person ordered something from WhatsApp, an accessory that I was also considering getting, by the way, and this dude did not get his items delivered, okay, for like months and months. And I will not be ordering anything from WhatsApp. There needs to be a website, a secure website, and I'll order from that. So no, big red flag here. And design, I'm not a fan either. Special mention to Lluvia, by the way. This guard is not available anymore, but I really like it. This is how you make a high volume crash guard, okay. The thing is, this adds a ton of weight, like a shitload of weight. Like any crash guard is going to add weight, like maybe 3 to 4 kilos. This adds 7.5 to 8 kilos, which is a lot for a 200cc bike, and you're already like damaging the performance a bit because you want like fall protection. I am ready for that compromise based off situations I've been in, plus the aesthetic of my motorcycle. But this is just taking that compromise to a very new level. I still think it looks spectacular, okay. It looks great. If it was lighter, I would get it. But then again, if it was lighter, I also wouldn't get it because that would mean it's weaker and that just destroys the whole point. Again, you can mount a fog light anywhere. It's just a great looking product, okay. But it's not available anymore. Clearly, there were some problems with it. Now, getting to my favorite motorcycle accessory manufacturing company is Hyper Rider. If you haven't seen my video, you should. My luggage rack and saddle stays are from Hyper Rider. My experience with them has been terrific, okay. I've fallen, the bike has fallen, I've had accidents and they haven't bent at all. They pretty much guarded the rear of the bike. They're perfect to tie bungee cords on, they're perfect to tie soft luggage on, they're perfect to pretty much put your top box on. So I trust this company by now, okay. I trust this company. Last time I made a payment, my payment didn't go through immediately. I had to get in touch with them on WhatsApp. It wasn't the smoothest process overall, but overall I trust the product because I've been using it for maybe quarter or 3/4 of a year or something. So yes, I very much trust these guys. But again, this is the same product as we've seen earlier, which is, where did it go? I might have accidentally closed it, but yeah, similar to this, very disastrously similar, but this looks much better built. Single frame slider, I feel this one is positioned a little bit high to keep my foot on occasionally. Don't always keep your feet here, by the way. It's a pretty dangerous way to ride a bike. If you're on like an open stretch of highway and there's like no traffic for miles and miles and you've got like an open 4-5 lane road and you just want to sort of stretch your legs without having to stop, then this is like putting your legs on the sliders is a decent idea. But this I like, but this I really like. This is a barbecue grill on the side of your bike. It is a barbecue grill with 2 frame sliders. It is a barbecue grill which will save your motorcycle. It is a barbecue grill placed on a source of heat. So it is definitely a barbecue grill, okay. But I like it because, yeah, low position frame slider, you can put a foot there, top one, and look at this. Oh god, look at this. You can put a fog light there. You can literally put a fog light there. That's very convenient. I'm a little bit pissed because like a week ago it was 42.75, now it's 4.999, but I like this one the most, okay. There's several reasons why I am strongly considering getting this. It's got the foot placement thingamabob that I want. Looks like a barbecue grill. Actually, it could have looked a little better, I'll be honest. Fit and finish is good. I trust Hyper Rider because I've used their products before. I trust their payment portal. I also trust the website, okay. So this is something I've done before. And yeah, the slider CNC machine Delrin 16 gauge crash guard. I imagine it's mild steel. Let's see the additional information. There is 4 kilograms. Holy shit, it looks pretty heavy actually, if I'm being honest. It's matte anodized to give a distinct look, and even in impact it wouldn't break, but only the screws might bend, but not the crash guard or the frame slider. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna beat around the bush too much. We've seen what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus one tap that I accidentally closed. 11 different crash guards. This is the one that is making the most sense to buy. So I'm ordering this right now. Alright, so with shipping, this is 5209. I'm okay with that. I can manage that for now. Okay, I can manage that. Alright, where the hell is my card? Yep, got it. Time to lose some money. And the order has been placed. So yeah, that's 4,999, 210 for the standard shipping because Hyperrider tends to arrive earlier than expected. Grand total 5209, and yeah, I'm waiting for the order now. Eager to get the crash guard on and finish that adventure tourer aesthetic for my naked bike. And yes, of course, I'm going to be making another video of the whole fitment process at Akash at Unleaded Care. Subscribe if you found the video useful. Drop me a comment if you have any queries about the guard, the process I went through, or any queries about my bike in general. And you can always get in touch with me on Instagram @extradevya. Ride safe.